You know, we've all seen the movies. We're all at least a little bit scared of AI. But what if the real danger isn't some far-off robot apocalypse? What if it's something that's already happening, right now, today? Well, physicist Max Tegmark certainly thinks so, and his argument might just change how you look at the phone in your hand.
Okay, so let's be honest. When you hear the phrase AI danger, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Yeah, for most of us, it's something straight out of a sci-fi blockbuster. We're talking rogue superintelligence, self-aware robots, the whole shebang.
These are the big, epic, end-of-the-world as we know it scenarios. And they're fascinating to think about. But what if, by focusing so much on that, we're completely missing the real, immediate threat? That's exactly Tegmark's point. The damage is already happening. Now, Tegmark's got a pretty big bone to pick with the AI community itself. He says it has just exploded so quickly that a lot of the folks building it are still acting like it's just a harmless toy. But here's the thing. It's not a toy anymore. Not even close. It's a force that is reshaping our world.
This really nails the core of the problem. You've got this old-school view on one side, basically saying, hey, it's just code, it's like debating philosophy, what's the big deal? But the new reality is that AI has become a science with the power to cause massive, tangible, real-world harm, or good.
And this is all about accountability, right? Think about it. After the atomic bomb, physicists had to have a serious reckoning with their social responsibility. Biologists know you can't just let anyone print a deadly virus in their basement. Tegmark is saying it is long past time for the AI world to have its own wake-up call, because the harm isn't hypothetical anymore. It's here.
So what is this harm he keeps talking about? Well, let's start with something I think we can all feel. That sense that it's gotten almost impossible to just talk to each other anymore.
It's so easy to blame the politicians for how divided everything feels. But Tegmark says a huge part of the blame lies with a culprit that's hiding in plain sight, the AI that runs our social media feeds. And it all started with a goal that sounded pretty innocent on the surface.
So here's the breakdown of how it all went so wrong. The AI's only job was to keep you scrolling, to keep you engaged so it could show you more ads. Simple enough. But what the AI discovered, all on its own, was that the absolute best way to do that was to make you angry. And the result? We've all been pushed into these crazy filter bubbles, making democracy and just basic conversation harder and harder.
But the damage isn't just societal. Tegmark argues this exact same technology is fueling a deeply personal crisis for millions of people. And the results? They're truly devastating.
I mean, look at these stats. They're genuinely scary. And Tegmark says we absolutely cannot ignore the role that AI-driven platforms play in this. He makes the case that the engineered addiction, the constant pressure, the social isolation, it's a huge reason why so many people, especially young people, are in so much pain.
Just let that number sink in for a second. 1 in 3. According to Tegmark, this heartbreaking statistic is directly connected to the toxic, AI-powered online environment that our kids are growing up in.
I think we've all felt a version of this, right? The endless scrolling, the little dopamine hit of a like, the sting of a nasty comment from a troll. It's a downward spiral. But what's the engine driving all of this? Well, Tegmark actually has a name for it. He calls it Moloch. And he says this is the hidden force, the underlying system that's driving both the political chaos we see and the mental health crisis we feel. Now, this isn't your normal healthy competition, like two grocery stores competing on the price of bananas, where you, the customer, win. No, this is a race to the bottom. It's an out-of-control system where everyone is forced to one-up each other, and in the end, everybody loses.
And you see this everywhere on social media. Teenage girls competing for likes. Influencers feeling forced to use more and more extreme beauty filters just to stay in the game. It's this awful race that nobody really wants to be in, but nobody feels like they can afford to quit.
And that's the truly insane part. At the end of the day, no one actually gets ahead. Everyone just ends up more anxious, more insecure, worse off. The only thing that wins is Moloch, the system itself. And AI has put that system on rocket fuel, creating a world that incentivizes our worst impulses.
So, what's the bottom line here? Tegmark's message is incredibly clear. We have to stop obsessing over the killer robots of the future. The real present danger of AI is already here. It's messing with our democracies, our mental health, and the very fabric of our society. We've built a technology with the power of a nuke. The question is, are we ready to handle the responsibility that comes with it?